Welcome back to FM24. We went to the second half of our first season with Motherwell. Things are going pretty well. We've played Rangers and Celtic 4 times in total. We've won 3 of those games. So we're starting well in our aim to end their dominance, although Rangers are well clear at the top of the table. We're currently sat in 5th place in the league. We've got a bit of a buffer between us and the falling out of the top 6, so hopefully that should be fairly secure at this stage. There are a couple of days left in the January transfer window. If we do add anyone, it's going to have to be a loan deal. We've got no money to spend any transfer fees, and we've got a little bit of wage budget available. So without further ado, let's get into the action. We've had a great run of form since the end of the last episode. We did do some business in the last couple of days of the transfer window. We brought a couple of players in on loan. Firstly, we brought in Luis Fiorini on loan from Man City. Just some extra quality in the centre of the midfield. And then we brought Shola Shortire in on loan from Man United with the intention of looking to sign him when his contract expired in the summer. Unfortunately, he's hit the ground so well that he's now wanted by Rangers and Celtic, so the chances of us being able to hang on to him at the end of the season are probably a bit on the slim side. We started with a home game against Kilmarnock, and neither team really created very many chances. In the end, we got a penalty late on that enabled us to win 1-0. We were then at home to Ross County, and we started absolutely abysmally. We were 2-0 down. It looked like we were going to go into half-time 2-0 down, but Blair Spittle scored a free kick from the edge of the box. Half-time, we have been playing that sort of 5-4-1 kind of formation, and we did change at half-time, and we took off Ollie Shaw and brought on Shola Shortire to play alongside Blair Spittle as 2 attacking midfielders without a front man. And somehow we got back into the game and ended up winning 3-2. So we decided going into the St Johnstone game, we would start with the same formation that finished the game, and we hammered them. We won 5-1 away from home. Great performance, lots of goals, and we played the same formation in the 5th round of the Scottish Cup. And again, really comfortable victory. That's seen us into the quarterfinal of the Scottish Cup, where we've been drawn against Dundee. That is a competition that Rangers have already been knocked out of, and seeing as they are so far in front in the league, the fact that they've been knocked out gives us hope, a slight outside chance of maybe picking up a trophy. As far as the league's concerned, that great run of form has done wonders. We are currently sat 3rd on 46 points. We're level on points with Hibs, but we've got a much better goal difference. We have played a game less than them. And this game against Celtic, home game against Celtic, is going to be a big one. Because if we can repeat the defeat from the 2 games against Celtic earlier on in the season and beat them again, we actually go up into 2nd. It's obviously going to be a tough ask. Whether this new formation works against one of the big clubs is going to be a question that we'll find the answer to in just a moment. So this is the side we're going into the game against Celtic with. We are missing a key player in the defence. We're missing Paul McGinn, who's out injured. So Mugabe's come back in, and Butcher's moved across to the right-hand side of the back 3. Fiorini is starting in the centre midfield alongside Lennon Miller. We've dropped Slattery back into the defensive midfield role, and as we said, we've got that 2 dual attacking midfield role of Spittle and Shortire. That's kind of how we're lining up with the back 3, 2 wing backs, defensive midfielder, 2 centre midfielders, and then the 2 attacking midfielders. Hopefully we can kind of crowd the middle of the pitch, get possession of the ball, and like we said, hopefully we can match the 2 results that we've already had against Celtic this season. So there's very little happening early on in the game. they've had a lot more of the ball than we have. Spencer with the throw. Miller goes back to Butcher. Goes back to Liam Kelly. Casey back to McGarvey, and we've gone back to the keeper again. Casey to O'Donnell. Keeping the ball well, but we've already given away a goal in the Ross County game where we just passed it straight to their player from the back. Spittle dropping deep. Fiorini looking for the break forward from Lennon Miller, squares it, and Joe Hart turns it behind for a corner. Spittle to take the corner. Goes short to Shortire. Back to Spittle into the box. And Lewis Fiorini's opened the scoring. And this formation might actually work. It's a bit of a strange hodgepodge of a formation. It's all just down to the fact we don't have a centre forward to score. Shortire back to Spittle, who's given time to drift across the box. Finds Fiorini. He takes a big deflection past Joe Hart, but that's us 1-0 up. And again, there's not much happening in this half. I mean, for all the possession they've had over 60% possession. They still haven't had a single shot yet. But they've had one shot before half time, but it wasn't on target. I think we've obviously had a lot less of the ball. There's been barely any highlight. We certainly look good value for the win, for the lead at the moment, and we just need to make sure we don't do anything stupid in the second half. Going into the box of Maeda. It's a decent finish. I thought he could have had a shot before he jinked back out towards the edge of the box, but we've let them back into this. They've certainly been a better team since half time. It's played into Maeda. He could have shot there probably. It goes round Fiorini and then fires it past Kelly from the edge of the box. And it's Slattery to Mugabe. That is a horrendous pass. Butcher wins it back. Oh my god. What on earth was that? Like, right. Butcher does well. Gives it back to the keeper, who suddenly decides to do a Cruyff turn on it right into Kyogo. I don't actually know how we threw that away. Well, I do know how we threw that away. A stupid pass into midfield and a goalkeeper that thinks he's Johan Cruyff. But, I mean, 2-1 isn't the end of the world. We're still well up there. We're comfortably in the top half, which is what the board were asking for. I mean, that's solid team. Despite what quality should be there, there's not that much of a difference in quality between the two teams. And we've more than matched them in that game, and obviously we've already beaten them twice this season. We've got a game coming up midweek against Livingston, and then we've got another big game against Rangers, who are well clear at the top of the table. So hopefully we can perform better in that game against Rangers. So we're into March for the game against Rangers. We did have that game against Livingston in the midweek in between. We drew 1-1 and it looked like we were actually going to lose that game. In the end, it required a last gasp in injury time equaliser from Luca Ross, who'd come off the bench. Really, we weren't at the races. We've gone with the same team that started both the last two games and hope that we can put in a performance like the last time we played Rangers when we beat them at home. I mean, they've got a fairly strong team. But, obviously, they are flying. They're well clear at the top. I hope they might just take their foot off the gas a bit, take their eye off things. It's a comfortable position. And hopefully we can at least take a point from this game. They've gone long. and they've got the ball. Tondo onto Jack. We have room to run. He dinks into the box, but fires well over the top. And that's not a particularly good sign for how this game started. Corner for us, Spittle to take. Goes short to Shorty, who drives forward into the box. Oh! And we've taken the lead. The Spittle goes short with the corner Shorty. No one really came out, so once he got past the initial man, he cuts back onto his right foot into the middle of the box and just fires it past Jack Butland and puts us 1-0 up. And they've cleared our cross, and now they're going to break, and they're getting players forward quickly, and we don't have very many back. Ahmad Diallo into Ridvan. Go back to Barisic though. Ridvan going down the outside. We've forced them back again, and now they've gone all the way back to the keeper. Bolton into Cantwell. Out to Tavernier. Into Diallo. They're going to get the crossing surely at some point. Raskin fires it in. Cantwell fires it home. And that's them level. We did well a couple of times to force them wide, but once they got towards the edge of the area, there was just not enough marking. Cantwell makes the run, defender doesn't go with him, and that's them level. Right, throw for them deep in our half. Matondo to the byline, pulls it back, Lammers squares it, Ahmad into Cantwell. And despite taking the lead, we are looking all over the place at the back. Every time they get the ball, it looks like they're going to score. It's far too easy to get to that. No pressure on any of these passes. No pressure on the shot, really. And that's them in front. And I suppose that's why they are so far in front as well. And McGarvey into Lennon Miller. Spittle down the outside for Spencer. Got past the fullback in the box. They've gone long with throw Lammers into the box. I thought that was going in the back of the net. I thought it was going to be a horrendous one. Corner for them again. Jack. Miller nicks it off him. Goes back to the keeper. Butcher out to Spencer with loads of space to move into on his right hand side. And he goes back to Butcher. Garvey into Slattery. Now, there's a chance we're going to get caught in the centre midfield here, but no. Spittle, Spencer again in space, getting loads of space on his right hand side. Pulls it across and Shorty. How did he not hit the target? He'd hit the target, he scores. I don't know what to make of that first half. We took the lead, then quickly surrendered it. But when we go forward, we look like we can score. But we do look not great at the back either. We don't have an awful lot of options that are likely to change things going forward for us. I think we might just have to keep it the same and just see if we can actually take one of these chances that we've started creating. Right, absolutely happening at the start of the second half. We've got a throw deep in the half. O'Donnell, Fiorini, Shortire lifts it over. Look, Spencer, what a finish! And somehow we're back level. Shortire has been a revelation since we signed him, and like I said, ideally he's out of contract at the end of the season. We'd sign him up for at least the next season, but Rangers and Celtic started sniffing around him, and putting in a performance like this against Rangers, it's not going to do an awful lot to dissuade them from signing. I mean, Casey to Fiorini with some room to run into, but loses out to Jack. and then they've counter-attacked. Matondo, just giving it away again. All over the top, just takes a touch and then just lifts it over the keeper, and we've gone behind again. Ultimately, we don't get that final chance. We've ended the game 3-2. We've actually got the man of the match in Short. Considering they're 23 points clear at the top of the league, I don't think that was too bad a result, actually. And that's twice we've played at Ibrox this season, twice we've lost 3-2. We've not got hammered, and like I say, they're 23 points clear at the top. So we've got the 3 league games against Celtic and Rangers out the way in the first bit of the season. Obviously, we'll have them to play again if we manage to stay in the top 6. But hopefully, we can now put a decent run together until we get to that top 6 group and pick up some more points and challenge for a European spot. We've made it to the end of March and things have picked up a bit since that defeat against Rangers. We followed it up with a pretty poor performance against Aberdeen and lost 1-0, but bounced back by hammering Hearts away from home. And then in the quarter-final of Scottish Cup, we managed to beat Dundee 2-0, which sees us into the semi-final where we've been drawn against Celtic, unfortunately. But if we get past them in that, we've got to have a chance of winning it. And we have already beaten them twice in the league this season. As far as the league's concerned, we're comfortably in the top half. There's another 3 games before the split, but we can't be caught by a team in 7th. So we are currently sitting 4th on 50 points. We've got a really good goal difference, despite the fact that we seem to have conceded a load of goals. And we've won 15 games already this season. We've won half the games we've played. Obviously, there's still 8 league games left, the 3 games before the split, and then the 5 after the split. Really, we've achieved the objective for this season. Now, it's just about how much we can actually, how much further we can go than the objectives. Can we qualify for Europe? Can we even get to the Scottish Cup final, even win it? Join us in the next episode to find out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.